Hey guys, welcome back to day 4 of Reconstructing the Airfix Waterloo Wargame. Now this is the original color set as far as blue plastic for the Napoleon French troops, red plastic for Wellington's troops and the Allies. Okay, so let's see what we got done. This is what we got going on over here. So finished up the French, finished up the Allies. I did a little artistic license on this base with Napoleon. So that's my base for Napoleon. So, not too bad. So these are the French. And these are our British and Allies. This is Wellington's base. I wish I had a figure for Wellington, but I don't as of yet. I am horrible in painting a Union Jack, as you can tell. It's like, okay, it was pretty tough, but... So this is the Allies and the French. So let's get into the game. Alright, so the way the game works is this. You have a cycle disc, and this cycle disc has a time from 11:30 all the way over to 4:30, which is right here, the black line. Now, there's no Prussians in this game because the way it works is this, is Napoleon, the French, has to destroy at least 30,000 troops of Wellington and the Allies in 20 moves. The 20 moves are recorded on this in 15-minute increments. So, French move, Allies move, that's one 15-minute cycle. And after 20 of those cycles, it is now 4:30, and the Prussians are coming in on Napoleon's right flank over here. So, in this game, movement. No, okay, so, yeah, we'll start with movement. So, in this game, movement, you have cavalry, infantry, artillery. You use these calipers here for movement. So, these calipers right here, 100 yards. So 1 centimeter equals 100 yards. Cavalry can move up to 400 yards. Infantry moves 200 yards. Artillery moves 100 yards. On the road, these roads, if your troops are on these roads, cavalry can double its movement from 400 yards to 800 yards. Infantry moves 2.5 times. So they can move 400 plus another 2, so 600. So they're moving 8, they're moving 6, and these are moving 2. So that's movement. Now, the starting positions are marked here. This is 1, so I don't have... For this is the original set. So Jerome's first troops, number 2, are marked here, 2, and they coincide with the number to each of the troops that is supposed to be there. So now we'll get into your troop size. Now, the troop size, the big base is 5,000 troops. The slim base, the small base, is 1,000. The next one up is 2,000. The next one up is 3,000. 4,000. Oh, I'm sorry. 4,000 and 5,000. Okay, so that's the number of troops for each of the bases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cannons equal 4,000 troops when they're fighting versus infantry or cavalry. So now the way your fighting goes is in combat, one-on-one, such as this right here. Right there. That's one-on-one combat. So let's say the French are attacking. So the French get a +1 because they're attacking. Each 1,000 troop equals 1 point. So this is 2,000 each, 2,000 each. So Donzelot's attacking the Nassau, so he gets +1. So he's 2,000. +1 is 3,000, and then so that 3, you roll the dice, and that's 5. So that's 8,000. Now Nassau, if they want to beat the French, have to roll better than that 5. Right there. So they roll, they roll a 5. Now that's 2,000 plus 5 is 7. 2,000 plus 5 is 7, but they attacked, so it's +1 to that. So their 7 becomes an 8, and their 7 is beaten. So this is removed. Now, if you wanted to add extra troops to that, let's say we have 2 groups of soldiers. You can't go over 5,000. So let's say we have the Nassau, Bing, and Duplessis Brits right there, and the French are attacking, and we'll say we've got 2,000 infantry and 3,000 cavalry. And in order to attack, they have to be in base-to-base contact. So now we'll add it up to whereas you got 2,000 plus, what was that, 3? Yeah, so 2,000, 3,000. So that's 5, plus they're attacking. So that's going to be 6. Roll the dice. I rolled a 3. So 6 plus 3 is 9. Now, in order for the British to beat them, you add these up. So there's 2, 4, but they only count 1,000 out of this because it can't be more than 5. So there's 2,000, 4,000, 5,000. They roll the dice. They rolled a 1. That means they lose. So now the loser, this kind of sucks a little bit. Now the loser removes 1, and the victor removes the least 1 as battle casualties. So those infantry are removed. And that's how you battle with that. So now, say you want to attack. There are 3 strong points. And the 3 strong points are Hougoumont, La Hassant, and Papelotte. I believe over there somewhere, right? So each strong point is worth 5,000 points. So those 2 troops right there, the First Guards in the Nassau and Hougoumont, each one is worth 2,000. So that's 4,000 troops in Hougoumont, plus the 5,000 as a fortress. So that's 9,000. So I can only attack with a fortress with 10,000 troops. So, oh man, yeah, that's okay. It's tough. All right. So the way these rules work here. Let's see. The fortress rules. There's movement. Strong points. There are 3 strong points marked on the map: Hougoumont, La Hassant, and Papelotte Farm. So the garrison, so their garrison right there, so that's 2,000 men each. So that's 4,000 men, and adding 5,000 to that because it's a fortress. So that brings it up to 9,000. Now, if I wanted to attack this, I can attack it with 10,000, I believe. Oh, maybe not. Oh, I see. Okay. I'm getting confused because the general can join in any, and that's the only time you can go above the 5,000. So if I wanted to attack this, I would attack it with less than, so with 5,000. So I can only attack Hugo Mount with 5,000 troops, and it's being defended by 9,000. So if that's the case, then you roll off, and because I'm attacking it, I get a +1. So we roll the dice. So the Brits get 2, the French get 4. So if I'm attacking with 5,000, that's going to give me 9 plus 1 is 10,000. And they have 2,000, 4,000, 5. They have 9,000 plus 1, 2. That gives you 11,000, and I would lose. So attacking these is pretty tough. So that's how that works out. So that's the attacking part of it. Now, artillery, when you're firing artillery has a range of 1,000 yards. So that being said, you look at the caliper. The caliper has those little dots on that side. So you want to go out to 1,000 yards. There's 1,000 yards right there. Now, artillery, their range is that. So you see that, and it's this. So you measure from the front of the base, so that's 1,000 yards. So when artillery fires, it needs to score a 10 on the fortress to score a hit. And that's a 3, so nothing happens. So in order to get rid of one of those, I have to score a 10 on the 2-sided dice. Now, if I'm just firing at, say they're not in range, but let's say we moved up, and they were in range, and I was going to fire at these guys here, then I would roll 1 dice and 6. That means they retreat 6 centimeters or 600 yards. In order to eliminate one of these units, I need to have 2 artillery pieces or more firing at one single unit. So you have to say, okay, these 3 guns are firing at this infantry right here, Vink's infantry right there. So all 3 guns fire if they're within range. If that's the case, if they are in range, then this is removed. And that is attacking and firing and fighting. So based on that, even if you outnumber your opponent, you will lose your smallest to casualties. So that's movement, that's fighting, that's the fortress. And basically, so we move, then you move, I fire, you fire, I attack, you attack. That's one complete move. So that's what we're looking at, guys. That's how you play the game. And I'll try and do a couple of demo live streams, but I just wanted to show you basically some of the rules and what I've done with the French and what I've done with the British and the Allies here. So that's what we got so far, guys. When I have more time, we'll run through a game. I'll do a live stream so we can actually go through these rules a little bit slower and a little bit more comprehensive than what I'm doing right now. But you need these calipers here, so it's 100 yards equals 1 centimeter. And for infantry and cavalry, for attacking, they have to be in base-to-base contact. So if infantry wanted to attack the cannons, it would have to be in base contact. And in that case, this cannon would count as having 4,000 troops, which whatever. So if my Frenchmen say we're attacking these cannons here, so that's 2,000 Frenchmen attacking 4,000 point value for the artillery. And one of these guys can join in if they're touching. So it's a pretty cool game. It'll take some getting some used to, but it seems to be all right. So that's it, guys. So I just about got it done, and I hope you like it. Yeah. So that's what we're looking at. Pretty cool. Yep. It's almost done. And I gotta get ready for work, guys. So you take care of yourselves. Crazy world out there. Be good to each other. And see you at the live stream. I'll let you know when it happens. Ciao.